Well, I watched him in practice yesterday. He led a practice session for about 15 or so laps. Then he dropped to the pack of about 18 cars to see if he could work his way back up there. Look at Ward Burton in that 22 car. He wants to lead here as they come for 9 laps to go. But he was good out front, Mike, and he was good back in the pack.
But Ward Burton has now taken the outside line to the front. He's brought Matt Kenseth with him, Dale Jr., and Kenny Wallace. Matt.
Well, to further add on Jimmy Johnson's drafting prowess, it actually began 2 years ago. He went to the Jeff Gordon drafting school. During Speed Weeks 2001, he and young Ricky Hendrick went to Jeff's motor coach. They pulled all their cell phones out on the kitchen table, and Jeff spent over an hour showing, with the use of the cell phones, how you draft, how you manipulate the air for your advantage, and how to make it a disadvantage for somebody else. It's certainly paying off today.
Oh, but now he's really got to get some help. Ricky Craven's trying to push him along, but the outside line went.
And you're riding with Kenny Wallace. I just noticed a second ago when we were riding with Kenny Wallace, Dale Earnhardt Jr., his arms are going to be tired, not from driving that race car, but from waving to people, stay behind me, help me.
And don't forget, remember at Daytona when we had an in-car camera in Jimmy Johnson's car, and he kept trying to figure out, he said, I can get in front, but I can't stay there.
Right.
And then Jeff Gordon and he were trying to help him. He was trying to help him figure out what to do. Looks like they figured it out.
He learned a lot. Well, but as Kenny Wallace found when he chased Dale Earnhardt here a couple of years ago, when you follow the best car, the best you can do is second place.
And he don't want second place. Kenny Wallace needs to win a race.
It's like my brother said once, why didn't you pass him? He said, because his car's faster than mine.
Elliott Sadler is still in this despite crash damage early. He's in 9th place. He is the second Ford in this race. Matt Kenseth is 5th, the first one. It's Chevy, Dodge, Pontiac at the front last time by when they come around.
Well, that 17 car got all the way up to 4th. Got in the wrong line just like Dale Jr. did, and they both went backwards. Now they're working together.
7 laps to go as they come through the tri-oval and down to the stripe, which is past pit road, down to turn 1, and Ward Burton is all but pushing Jimmy Johnson, trying to get away.
Well, that's what he was doing with Earnhardt Jr. earlier today, when they went to the front and stayed there. Ward's really doing a good job today of helping people. Hopefully it'll pay off for him.
We're on the verge of having about a 5-car breakaway single file, because back there, Sterling Marlin, that group, they're starting to run side by side. If they'll ever get lined up, which they did just then, they'll run back up there.
Not a bad thing to get back. If you can get people to work with you, you get a huge run, and you might be able to blow right by some of those cats.
Joe Nemechek black flagged. He's having engine trouble, and he's been ordered to the pits. Going to be 6 laps to go now as they come around.
Bad news is when they get single file, it's hard to pass. When they were up there racing like 2 and 3 wide, you might be able to make a pass, but when they get single file, it gets difficult.
Lapped cars will help Jimmy Johnson. He'll sniff off those lap cars, catch a little bit of draft, and then work his way around them.
He ducked down just for a second, just to get that little bit of help.
Here comes Junior. He's got to trying to get up behind Kenseth. He can't hit him in the rear bumper because he done knocked it off.
Ricky Craven went down for a second to try to block, but he knew the hole was already filled.
Hit him anyway.
Good thing he got a 13-gallon fuel cell in that thing, or he'd have it slammed closed up.
That has knotted the field. It's brought the second pack right back to the leaders.
Yeah, look at Sterling Marlin in the 40 car. He'd lost his draft just about a lap and a half ago.
Kenseth got up to second, but at what price? We're all but 4 wide as they come to the line. 5 laps to go.
And boy, Sterling Marlin just slid in front of Jeff Gordon in that 24 car.
Boy, here comes Kenseth's 48 car. Jimmy Johnson tried to block him, but couldn't do it. I think Dale Jr. is going to go with Kenseth.
Jimmy Johnson has no help on the outside. He's pushing him again. Dale Earnhardt Jr. just shoving Matt Kenseth.
Boy, and Kenseth should not have opened up the bottom there. I guess that slow car may have caused it.
Instead of Bud, it ought to say BAM on the hood of that Chevrolet, because that's what he's doing to Matt Kenseth.
Look at Jimmy Johnson, though. He's getting some help now from that outside line. Back to Ward Burton, helping him off into turn 3.
Ward Burton and 15 of his closest friends.
Goodness.
Friends? I don't think there's no friends.
They are for the moment.
All right,
the white hasn't waved yet.
Here comes Junior and Kenseth again, trying to work together. Ward and Jimmy Johnson trying to work together. What do you see, Jeff?
Right now, I've been watching my buddy, old Kevin Harvick, right there. Talked about him back here a little while ago. He's 14th. Now he's clawed his way back up there, beating and banging. He's now back up there in the top 10, almost to the top 5. And I mean, he's really making a strong run right there behind Ricky Craven.
Earnhardt Jr. just knocked the back bumper cover off of Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, what happened was, oh boy, what happened was that slow car got in their way, and he tried to shoot him by him before they got to the turn.
to counsel patience when there's just 4 laps to go.
I mean, look at them here. They're 5 and 6 wide down the backstretch.
But what you don't realize is that they're banging into each other at 190 miles an hour.
Here comes Junior. He's got to run. Kenseth tried to close him off.
That's going to be borderline, guys. That's going to be borderline.
Poor Matt Kenseth is getting pushed by everybody.
And he and Jimmy Johnson got shuffled back in all that.
Boy, I don't know. That was a pass under the line. I don't know what we're going to see here.
The question will be whether or not they deem he was forced down below the line.
It would be very unpopular to black flag him.
3 to go. Junior's fought his way to the front, and they're all knotted up from 4th on back.
And look who's running second.
Elliott Sadler.
Where did he come from?
Oh. Well, if I'm Jimmy Johnson right now, I'm hot.
Pushing him, so they're going to have some momentum here in just a second. I'll let you know.
Johnson trying to come back on the outside.
Kenseth's the guy I think you got to keep an eye on, Larry. I tell you, he was working really good, and he got shuffled on that left car. Dale Jr. knocked him sideways, and Ricky Craven got into him.
And he moves to the high side. I was thinking Kevin Harvick in the 29. He's going to go up there with him. They'll be coming for 2 laps to go this time. Look at him beating and banging.
And here goes Kenseth.
He's there. He's there.
Harvick's hanging down on Junior, though.
Kenseth leads the white flag lap, but Junior has the drafting help. 2 to go, I mean. Excuse me.
You're like I am. I thought I was.
But look at Jimmy Johnson. He's not going to give up either. He's going to the high side. He's going to make them 3 wide off turn 2.
Boy, Kenseth just chose the wrong lane.
Now NASCAR is reviewing Dale Jr.'s pass as we speak, and
well, it's certainly reviewable. I can't deny that.
there's Harvick lined up behind Junior.
Boy, if these guys, here they go. No,
Johnson.
I'm just going to say, if these guys make it without
Come on back to the caution. This is going to be it. Come on, baby.
If the caution comes out, this will be the race right here. If they do throw the caution, indeed.
Keep coming.
no caution.
No
Let's keep going. They're not going to throw it.
No caution. 1 lap to go. This car going, so we're under green. We have almost a lap of racing.
Yeah, I just said to myself, if they can make it around without wrecking, I'll never believe that.
Now, Dale Jr. becomes the Department of Defense.
But you watch him, Darrell. I bet he'll hug that yellow line. You don't want to open up the bottom.
NASCAR has called Junior's pass a clean pass. This is for the win.
Can he do it, guys? It'd be 4 in a row. He has about a 1/4 of a lap to go. Remember, the start-finish line is way down headed into turn 1. It's not in the center of the tri-oval.
You can't do it, Larry. You can't make it. You're not going to pull out and pass him with a single foul.
Videotape showed in their eye that Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in the act of passing when he was forced below the yellow line. So the pass holds. Earnhardt's first to the checkered flag, and he goes to victory lane.
And what a day getting there. I mean, he was involved. They had to change engines.
Good job.
He is one happy guy. Had to change engines, went to the rear of the field, involved in the big crash, lost the pack, almost with a half a lap down, and here he is, victory lane.
Now, let's show you what NASCAR saw as they made their decision that Earnhardt Jr.'s pass was legal.
He was pretty much all the way to Matt Kenseth door to door when he was forced down below the yellow line.
And here's what happened to Jimmy Johnson.
Boy, everybody in that crowd right there, including Jimmy Johnson.
Johnson got turned off the front bumper of Kenny Wallace.
And Jimmy stayed on the lead lap and actually finished 15th.
And just think, that looks like Vegas. Same thing happened to him at Vegas, you know.